So, how do you define American identity? Like, what makes someone American?
I think what makes someone American is having been brought up in the United States, attending American schools, growing up with American neighbors, eating the same foods, just all cultural values and experiences that us Americans share.
Now, the way that I look at being American or what Americans like are, like the identity, um, people who are really patriotic, like the whole red, white, and blue, like bald eagle stuff, and like barbecues and loving your country, supporting it through thick and thin. No matter what tragedies you commit, but right, that's what being American is all about.
So this one's a pretty interesting question for me to answer because my family, they're Ecuadorian, and so I'm a second generation American, but I would consider both me and my family American despite them being from Ecuador because that's still America. It's South America. And when people call us Hispanic or Latino or Latinx, I feel kind of not connected with that identity. I feel like the one word that I would describe myself and my family as is Americano, because we speak Spanish and we're American, South American, North American, maybe not necessarily United States American, but we're American nonetheless. And so how I identify being American is not necessarily the same way everyone would identify being American. I don't need to be eating cheeseburgers to be American. I don't need to be, representing the American flag to be American or, pledging allegiance to the flag because I have my freedom of speech being an American citizen, a United States American citizen. So I identify myself as a pure American citizen.
Describe a time where you felt most American.
I probably felt most American when I was visiting Italy with my family. We had, after just a few days of Italian food, we were all desperate for a cheeseburger.
I'd say when I felt most American was probably when I traveled overseas for like a month. Really, really got the feeling of what it feels like to be American, or what how different my ideas are from everybody else's, or how different my opinions and my views are from the rest of the world. That's when I felt like yeah, I'm really American.
So one day, me and my buddies, we took the train to see a Yankees game. And we got a 24 rack of PBRs, and we drank it on the train and got to the game, and the Yankees won. And I had never been to a baseball game before. And mind you, I don't like baseball whatsoever. It's not my sport. But I went there, and something about the community there was so welcoming and friendly. And after the game, everyone's going back to their cars cheering, "Let's go Yankees!" And I joined them because I was drunk, but they were all just friends. They were all in this one environment together as a sort of family almost, and I felt part of it. And that's when I felt most American.
Can you describe me a time where you felt least American?
I probably felt least American when Trump was elected. I couldn't believe that most of the American populace had voted in this man.
Probably felt least American around the time like all the mass shootings were going on. And how like polarizing of a topic that was for everyone for whatever reason. Um, that's when it really felt like the identity of America or the identity of Americans were like at risk or like at war with one another or something like that. Um, yeah, so I guess it's just when I felt the least safe, the least American. Right.
This one time, I was at a Dunkin' Donuts with my best friend, cousin Kevin. He's my boy, and I order a coffee colada, and we're sitting down at this Dunkin' Donuts drinking it. We're actually sharing it, And this old white lady comes up to us, and for some reason, she asks if we were sharing the soda with us. And me and cousin Kevin look at each other, thinking, this is not soda, what is she talking about? And so I tell her, like, this isn't soda, this is a coffee colada. And, you know, being that she's older and hard of hearing, she comes up to our face and she's like, what? And I said, this is a coffee colada. And then she, again, comes up closer to us, she says, what? You gotta speak English. I don't know Espanoli, so this is America. And I'm just like, what is wrong with this lady? And me and him get up and we leave because we were really upset. And yeah, that was probably the time I felt least American, because I wasn't even speaking Spanish, but the fact that someone had the nerve to, you know, assume that I was, and thinking that I was an American for it, and for some reason was offending her in that way was pretty upsetting for me. Yeah.